basically, if you look at the Indian, the agriculture production side, it's highly skewed towards the certain commodities like wheat and paddy, and it is being grown because of the government policy, because the easy procurement ability of the government to procure large scales of wheat and rice is there. Because of that, most of the states like Punjab and Haryana, they are basically growing for this. So that is resulting into losses mainly, because many of the commodities which are produced in large numbers, though the consumptions are not to that extent. The government is trying to shift over. The second part is that the second reason for losses is basically the inefficient or inadequate storage facility. Transportation is also there. The losses in case of handling losses are almost close to 1-2% handling losses are there whenever you are even handling wheat or paddy also, because every bag is required to be lifted, and then because most of these bags are of jute bags, so a lot of spillages will take place in there, so that losses are there. And APMC, you see that the conditions of APMCs are not there good. So definitely the private players have the role to play in that, but ultimately the government regulations will come that will enable that directly it can be sold to the private players without going into the mandis. I think going forward that will come in one or another form. But the state government has to show their willingness to adopt this kind of technology or this kind of changes which is required from the time. And the use of good packages will definitely reduce this. But the problem is that because the jute bags are required to be used in many commodities, because most of the almost 70-80% of the commodities are financed. So we need to pierce to take out the sample of that. So if we are using the plastic bags or PVC bags, so that time it's not that easy to take out the sample. And so that's what the reason that that has to be. I think some technology will come forward that directly from the bag you can test the quality of the commodity. That will definitely reduce this spoilages a lot. And the transportation, particularly horticulture crops, and that will reduce by efficient transportation, particularly the temperature control transportation facilities are made available. That will reduce the losses to the population.